Landscape hard-edged applique. Some fabrics lend themselves to sky. There are all kinds of skies. Some scream mountain or grasses, others snow, ice, a pond. Some fabrics have an animal on them and you can skip making an animal with 10 pieces. Another fabric has a garden and large flowers. It can suggest a distant wildflower field. Probably batiks work best, but look and imagine a fabric in a new way, just for grins. Step number 1, here's the template. The background is a sky fabric cut to 11 by 5 inches, that's length by width, and a grass fabric cut to 11 by 5 inches sewn together. Step 2, trace the hard lines onto transparent paper. Include the number of each piece. Place the pieces close together to save paper. If the piece is under another, indicate that with dashed lines adding a 1/4 inch border. Dashed lines can also tell you the piece has another fabric over it. Some pieces, like McKenna Ryan's, have a separate section of the pieces, and this is done for you. Some patterns expect you to turn everything over. Be careful about this. I've made many mistakes forgetting this. Include the fabric pieces that will be on top when you draw your outline so you have a good registration on the final piece. Step number 3. Cut apart your pattern pieces with the scissors for paper. Be careful not to forget this. Include the number. Step number 4. Match the fabric with the pattern. Cut with a border. Use the scissors for fabric. Step number 5. Cut paper backed interfacing for each fabric pattern. On top of the applique pressing sheet, iron the interfacing on the wrong side with an iron, a small iron. A big iron will get the icky, sticky stuff on the iron. Some pieces are small and have narrow sections. Even the small iron will get the stuff on it. Rub it off with a tissue when it's hot. It comes off easily. Wool will not accept the interfacing easily. You'll have to iron the interfacing on the wrong side. The pattern is big and the pattern will shift while you cut it. Add 2 pins straight in, not coming out, to secure the pattern to fabric for cutting. Step number 6. Cut on the line with the scissors for fabric. This becomes a messy hobby. Bits everywhere. Have a garbage can nearby. Save the larger extra interface pieces in a clear plastic bag. They will come in handy on another project. Step number 7. Remove the paper backing. This can be tricky. Sometimes the iron didn't fuse it well or at all. The mesh stays with the fabric. The underside of the fabric should feel stick or slicky, different from normal. Step number 8. Iron in place on the sky grass background, building from the background forward. Build the layers forward. Did the ironing take? I fold the piece over an edge, and if the fabric isn't secure, I iron some more. This is important because many days can separate the final ironing from the decorative embroidery, and things can become loose or lost. Where is that cat's other eye? Step number 9. Pick an animal and repeat the steps. Place it in the middle foreground since it is large. Step number 10. Embroider with decorative stitches in a matching color. Change the stitches to match the size of the piece. A big piece with long lines could use a blanket stitch. Most pieces need a zigzag stitch to catch the piece to the background. Tiny eyes and noses need a slight stitch, and a back stitch can, in many instances, finish it. On the back, you might be tempted to cut away the larger fabrics and save fabric, but don't. The exposed interfacing will stick to your iron. That's how I do it.